Hey, how's it going? It's Brandon Drake, and I welcome you to call number three to be in preparation for phase three, and or I refer to as week three. So let's get started. So this past week, which is week two, hopefully it's been well. Hopefully your sleep has improved. You've implemented some of the renewal activities, either the toxin elimination or the foot bath. Um, Try one of those because my goal is to give you different renewal activities that you could do that you could actually choose from. You don't have to do all of them, but choose one that is best for you so that you could implement that and use that beyond just the 3 weeks during the 3 week program. And hopefully you've been using the existing recipes, or you've been off-roading, doing the off-roading recipes in terms of just following the guidelines and making foods that you think are that you like to do, but making sure you're following the guidelines in terms of that 3 week cleanse. And hopefully the food preparation process has improved. And I also have tips on in the food preparation process as well. And hopefully you've improved your routine. Especially after the second week, you should have been actually you should be improving your routine, and it should become like second nature, like a sixth sense. And that's what happened to me when I changed my lifestyle. At first it was kind of hard to transition, but after you develop a pattern, it just becomes like second nature. And hopefully, your withdrawal symptoms should be subsiding because your body is now used to the new transition that you're making. Your gut microbiome is getting healthier. Your bad pathogenic bacteria that were once dependent on those inflammatory foods, they've died off and they're not sending messages to your brain causing these unwanted symptoms. So therefore your withdrawal symptoms should be subsiding, and hopefully you're getting in daily movement, either going for walks or runs or any kind of activity that you like doing, because like I said, the best exercise is the exercise that you will actually do. So now that you're finishing up with phase two or week two, you should be experimenting a lot more. You should basically be experiencing more energy and feeling a lot lighter. Many of your symptoms, they should be start to dissipate, and this is really a good time for you to look back at your journal and look at some of the answers that you provided when you first started this program to see what has already started to change for you in a positive way. This is really going to be important to be aware of as you move into phase number three or week three. So, phase three is where you will start adding foods back in one at a time and testing them to see how you're responding to them. This is really one of the most important parts, because this is the part where you're actually going to be able to personalize your lifestyle moving forward. So this is the part where everybody's going to have a different lifestyle to implement, because you are unique and therefore you deserve to create that personalized lifestyle for conducive long-term health. So if you remember, before you started this program or while you were in phase one, you may have been having some unwanted symptoms that were similar to maybe headaches, colds, body aches, mood swings, possibly pain in your joints or muscles, sinus pressure, dry skin, bad breath, or any other number of these little nagging symptoms. And as you remove foods from your diet in phase one, you may have experienced withdrawal where these symptoms were stronger and eventually they went away. And I want you to remember those symptoms, because as you start adding foods back in, I want you to notice if any symptoms are coming back or if even new ones are showing up. So, journaling and writing this down really is helpful. So, I'm going to go through the foods you'll be adding back in one at a time with a suggested order as shown in the list above in this particular PowerPoint. So, you start from obviously the very first thing you got to add back is meat, and then follow this order to eggs, all the way down to caffeine, and then fermented foods, and then the very last thing is yeast. So that's the order in which you're going to add things in. So let's talk about how you're going to add foods back in. This is very, very important. This is probably the most important part of this presentation. So I'm going to try to be slow with it, and I want to make sure that you really do pay attention. So the very first thing is Obviously, you're going to add back meat as the very first item to add to your diet. So, you're going to add in one food at a time for 3 days. You're going to notice if you have any symptoms popping up, and if you notice symptoms, remove the food, then wait 3 days before adding a new food group back in. So, just to repeat, when you add a food group back in, you're going to add one food at a time, obviously, and you're going to do it for 3 days. During that 3 days, you're really going to pay attention to see if there's any symptoms that pop up. So if you notice symptoms that pop up from eating the food, then you're going to remove the food, and then you're going to wait 3 days before adding in the next food group. And so since we have removed a number of foods, it will take time to add them all back in. But do yourself the favor of taking that time. You are really worth it, and it will be worth it because you will know what foods are right and wrong for you. And knowing that info about your body will allow you to thrive long term in your health and your wellness. If you skip this process, you will never learn about what foods are best for you in order to sustain that long term health. So that's why I really stress this. I'm really talking really slow because I really want you to take this in because this is probably one of the most important parts of the program. So, things to look out for as you add foods back in. These are just some of the symptoms to look for: headaches, sore throat, or something changes like you get sinus pressure or dry skin, if you feel moody, gassy, have dry eyes, if your sleep changes, if you feel exhausted when you wake up in the morning, weight gain. Pay attention to symptoms because they're showing you if you have a strong reaction or slight reaction to certain foods. I refer to this as a sensitivity to foods. So the key is to be really mindful. From there, you can determine how much of that food your body can tolerate and whether you really want to bring that food back into your diet because a lot of people become addicted to feeling good, and if they know that a certain food doesn't make them feel good, it's easy for them to avoid it because they know what the problem is now, and so they just remove it from the diet. So it's totally up to you. This is the part, like I said, where you're really personalizing and customizing your lifestyle. So one thing that you should have learned from this program is that food really does impact and affect how you feel physically, mentally, and spiritually. One reason my private coaching clients love my Vitality Cleanse program is that they get 21 days of support and guidance from me so they learn how they can grow and thrive beyond the 21 days. Things like gained energy, disappearance of unwanted nagging symptoms, and learning how to healthfully and gradually lose weight. Because losing weight fast using calorie cutting methods negatively impacts your hormones, specifically the ghrelin hormone and the leptin hormone. Ghrelin is known as your hunger hormone, and leptin is known as your satiation hormone, otherwise known as being full when you eat. And this is just extra information for you. Ghrelin, your hunger hormone, these levels really kick in when you try to restrict calorie intake too much. Your ghrelin production increases, meaning you get hungrier when trying to calorie cut because your body is trying to protect you from starvation. You're fighting a never-ending battle with your hormonal system, otherwise known as your endocrine system, and you're gonna always lose in the long run. That's why calorie cutting to lose weight never works. It only works temporarily and never is a long-term solution. Also, sleep deprivation also induces ghrelin production. And remember, I said ghrelin is a hormone that sends messages to your brain telling you that you're hungry. So when you have a lot of ghrelin production, you're always going to be hungry and you're going to have thoughts in your mind of wanting to eat so much. So sleep deprivation actually induces ghrelin production. So you want to make sure that you continue to get a good amount of sleep that is right for you. And also, too, chronic stress induces leptin resistance. And what I said before, leptin is basically your satiation hormone or your hormone that's telling you when you're full and you no longer need to eat. So when you're leptin resistant, your brain is not getting the message that you're full so that you're going to continue to eat. So chronic stress causes this. And so this is just extra information that I want you to know that is helpful for your long-term health. So this is the typical day during phase three. It's actually very similar to phase one, I believe, but I want to go through it just to make sure uh, that I'm very detailed in what I do. So really, upon rising, you're going to take a few minutes to stretch and practice deep breathing to replenish yourself. You're going to hydrate with purified water and a half a lemon. And it's good because the benefits is there are detox benefits. It helps peel away waste toxins from your body, cleanses the liver, and improves digestion. And the vitamin C in the lemon boosts your immunity. Also, too, it's good to dry brush or to hot towel scrub. It basically helps stimulate your lymphatic system. The lymphatic fluid is allowed to flow through your lymphatic system to your lymph nodes in the body. In the body, so that the security system, which is your immune cells, will be able to attack those antigens, those foreign, pathogens and viruses, and will be able to attack them and clean them out and remove them. Imagine your immune system is like the TSA security, and they're basically just making sure they're getting rid of unwanted, dangerous material. And it allows your blood to remain clean, free of antigens, free of foreign material. And then when the lymph fluid empties through the subclavian vein into your blood circulatory system, you're getting clean fluid minus all the pathogens, the antigens, and the viruses. So that's what you want to do. That's what's good about dry brushing or hot towel scrubbing. It helps stimulate the lymphatic system, helping to clean out the fluid so that when it gets back into your bloodstream, it is free of all the dangerous material. So also too, you want to exercise in whatever way feels appropriate, and you want to take a probiotic and vitamin C or ester C. And look, it out. This vitamin C helps to strengthen your immune system, and like I said before, ester C is for those who have a sensitive stomach. So it also too helps flush toxins and cleanses the liver. And also too, for breakfast, you're going to have green tea. That's optional. If it's caffeinated, limit it to 2 cups, or you can continue to drink your water. And also too, during breakfast, you're going to choose a breakfast option of your choice. And then during mid-morning, obviously you're going to continue to hydrate with water and lemon, or just regular purified water. And you're going to take a standing break or go for a walk, whether it's 5, 10, 15 minutes, as long as you get moving. That's what you want, because you want to stimulate the lymphatic system. And also too, if you're hungry and if you need to eat, then a smoothie or a snack of your choice. That is optional, because it's only if you're hungry. And if you're not hungry, that's actually a good sign, because a lot of times when you are hungry in between your main meals, it's a sign that your metabolism is damaged, and it's a sign that you're not efficient at fat burning. So, but don't worry, if you have to snack, please do snack. And if you do snack, snack on something healthy in my recipe guide, and refer to a smoothie recipe or any snack of your choice that's in the recipe guide, or that follows a guideline, my recipe guidelines. And for lunch, you're going to choose a lunch option of your choice, and you're going to have the optional detox tea or continue drinking water. And the afternoon, obviously, you're going to continue to hydrate with water or water with lemon. And if you're still hungry, you could actually have a smoothie or a snack of your choice if you actually need one, and optional detox tea. That's optional. And then before dinner, obviously, you're going to continue to hydrate. And then during dinner, you're going to choose a dinner of your choice. And before bed, it's advised that you either do a toxic eliminator bath or a foot bath with Epsom salt and essential oil of your choice. And the minerals really help dry out toxins and soothes muscles, promotes circulation, relaxes you, and promotes good sleep. So that's what's the benefits. That's what the benefits that come out of the toxic eliminator bath or the foot bath. And again, you do not have to do it every day. But if you want to do it every day, you'll experience maximum benefits. If you only do it once a week, you only get so much benefit. So it's totally up to you. This is the part where you're going to continue to personalize your lifestyle that is going to be right for you and only you. And also, too, like I said before, only if you're constipated, then you take 2 tablespoons of ground flax or chia seeds with about 3/4 a cup or 1 cup of water. You're gonna mix it in, and it'll help to stimulate morning elimination. And this, like again, this is only if you're constipated. And before you go to sleep, also too, you're gonna show gratitude for 2 minutes. Name all the things you're grateful for, and that's pretty it. Or also another good thing is to journal. It's very important to journal because you want to see the history of how you've been progressing. And when you see this, it really gives you a lot more confidence to know that things are working and that you're making progress, and it'll continue to give you motivation to continually improve daily. And preparation, so spend some time getting organized and to set yourself up for success. And you could either print out the meal plan and recipes and shopping list for phase 3, and this will really be the same one you used during phase 1, so you're probably already familiar with some of the recipes, and you're going to make your own meal plan and shopping list and go shopping and get your kitchen stocked with the foods that you'll be eating. And remember to remove any foods that may have kept around that are tempting you, just to make it easier on yourself, especially the foods that are the common inflammatory foods. You just want to get rid of them, remove them from the kitchen. Give it to somebody you don't like. No, I'm just kidding, but just get rid of them. And also, too, you're going to print out the daily protocol for phase 3 so that you could have it handy. And if you don't like printing it out, obviously you could access it from your smartphone. And want to make sure and to remind you that you are going to be supported. I'm here to support you daily. Our private Facebook group is a place to reach out for support. If you have questions or you're struggling with something, let me know in the group, in the private group, and I'll be there. I'll be there to make sure to be looking at people's commentary, questions, so that I'll be able to answer them. Let us know how it's going as you add food back in. This is also a place to really celebrate how you're doing and how you're feeling with each other. So go ahead and post your successes, post your great food that you're making, post questions. It's all about positivity. I want to create a community of like-minded people that are continuing to strive to get better in their overall health and wellness. And I'm there to be a guide to help guide you in that right direction. So this is going to be another amazing week. And remember, I'm here to support you. Make sure to post your questions. Feel free to do that. I'm there to answer it. Again, my name is Brandon Drake, functional nutrition coach and therapeutic chef at heartfulfoods.com. You guys have a great third week. Take care.